Hello and welcome to another marvelous video. We're glad you joined us as we continue talking about the fantastical mythical beasts that ruled the Seven Kingdoms once upon a time. What has made House Targaryen so well known? Well, it's breeding dragons and using them to conquer all of Westeros, of course. Today we'll evaluate the sizes and powers of Vhagar and Caraxes side by side. So stick with us if you want to find out who is larger and stronger between the two as we take a deep dive. Vhagar vs Caraxes. During Aegon's conquest, Queen Visenya Targaryen rode a dragon named Vhagar. Vhagar was also the most enormous she-dragon ever to exist. Although the chronicles don't describe Vhagar's appearance, we do know that by the time she passed away, she was easily almost as big as Balerion and had a mouth enormous enough to swallow an entire horse. Given that Balerion the Black Dread was the biggest dragon to have ever lived, that was quite the accomplishment. Caraxes wasn't particularly unique in terms of size. He was a massive dragon, but he was far from Vhagar. She was said to be twice as big as he was. The winner of this comparison is evident. Despite the fact that he could have been larger and thinner than other dragons in his brood, Vhagar was undoubtedly a larger dragon than Caraxes in terms of size. Now let's talk about their strengths. Usually a dragon's strength is determined by its size and the power of its dragon fire. We have previously demonstrated that Vhagar was unquestionably larger than Caraxes. Her dragon fire was also extremely formidable. I mean, it was pretty intense. It was said that Vhagar could cook knights wearing armor. 4,000 men were burnt alive by Vhagar, Balerion, and Meraxes. Vhagar's roar was said to be so thunderous that it could tremble Storm's End's walls. Caraxes, on the other hand, was extremely vile and violent and was known as the Blood Wyrm. He was big, red, and lean. According to the description, although Caraxes was the strongest juvenile dragon, his skills were less epically detailed than those of Vhagar, who could put a whole horse down her maw. We can't claim that he was the biggest, had the most powerful dragon fire, or had a commanding roar. Even though his past wasn't as carefully documented and tracked as Vhagar's, he was still able to defeat Vhagar. Oh yes, you heard that right, Vhagar and Caraxes engaged in combat in Harrenhal's battle above the God's Eye. Both dragons were knocked into the God's Eye River at the conclusion of the battle. Vhagar buried herself in Caraxes' guts and severed his wing with the help of her mighty claws. However, Caraxes eventually succeeded in enclosing his jaws around Vhagar's enormous throat and was able to totally rip it out. Vhagar passed away in an instant, fell into the river, and her body wasn't found for many years. When Caraxes recovered enough strength to emerge from the sea, he was able to see the demise of both riders, Daemon and Aemon Targaryen, as well as Vhagar. He passed away in front of the gates of Harrenhal after doing something that possibly no one else dared to even attempt. He had conquered Vhagar, proving that Caraxes was superior to Vhagar, at least on that specific day. Marvelous verdict. Caraxes' legend lives on as the dragon that defeated Vhagar, a dragon second in power and size only to Balerion. You see, not everything is about physical power. Even though Vhagar had a transparent edge in terms of size and dragon fire, she couldn't have ripped Caraxes apart without being murdered in the process. What do you guys think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed watching this video, click the like and share button, and I'll see you on the next video.